Hi, I'm Caitlynn McDaniel with Gayety. I'm on the red carpet world premiere of John Logan's psychological thriller, They/Them. Stay tuned for exclusive interviews. I want to just start off, this is an amazing cast of LGBTQ, allies and just the community. And so what was it like working with them, and what did you take away from this experience?
It was amazing. I don't think I could have ever, I don't think I'll ever get this lucky again to really get to work with so many people, but also people that, we're all queer. Most of us are all queer people, but everyone comes from a different place and has a different story and has, it was just really beautiful to get to all connect, but also, hear about each other and relate. And yeah, I love these people. I love them so much.
And I know that it's challenging because you have to be the bad guy in this movie, but were there other challenges or anything that was really big that set you off on this movie?
At first, working with Kevin, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this, because one of my favorite movies is Crazy Stupid Love. I love it. I've seen it a million times, and he's in it. He plays David Lindhagen. So I was just in my head like, oh my God, that's okay. But he was so great and immediately told me every story I wanted to know about that movie. So it was amazing. But that was probably the hardest at first, was to be like, okay. And the first day was like thankfully his big scene. So he had all the talking, but I was like, our first day is with Kevin. I was like, oh my God, I can't suck. Okay, great. So that's probably the hardest.
So great to speak with you. I just have to start. I know your character, Gabriel, is very mysterious. There's a lot to uncover there. But how did you go about preparing to play this kind of character?
I think everything was easy. It's just John Logan's script. So I think he gave everything to me already. I was just trying as much as possible to honor his script.
Amazing. And it is spectacular. I saw the movie. I loved it. Was there a big takeaway from you for playing this and being in this LGBTQ inclusive horror movie?
Well, as a Brazilian actor, for me, it's just making sure that I'm in the right path of celebrating my uniqueness. And that's where I hope have more and more opportunities to celebrate who I am and, not being afraid of being a queer Latino actor, building an international career.
Absolutely. And you have history being on stage, right?
Yes.
So how is it going from stage to film?
I treat it as just like some little things change, but it's just, honoring the truth of the script and the voices and the messages that we want to tell. So yeah, I think when you have a good writer, it just giving all of that to you is super easy.
Monique, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I was just verklempt by your look here.
I love yours as well.
Thank you.
The hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
I did want to ask, I know we chatted before, you said you changed it for this film, right?
Yes.
So how was that experience? What was that day like?
So Theo Germain was my emotional support friend who came with me when Michelle Diamantides was the hairstylist. Cut my hair. I cried. We have it on video. It will be released to the public someday. But it took a minute to grow into the hair, but now it's like I'm rocking it.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. And it goes well with the character. And so what was a takeaway from playing this character and how amazing and powerful they are? Did you take anything from that?
Yes. Veronica is so different from me in real life. She's actually the embodiment of what I wish I could have been growing up. And she's definitely rubbed off on me. I'm more confident in my sexual orientation. And I'm unapologetically myself now. So thank you, Veronica. And I'm sticking with the hair too. So I guess I got to thank her for that too.
And was there any horror inspirations that you brought into this? Any characters that you were a big fan of that you incorporated into your acting in this?
To be honest, I actually didn't see this as a horror movie. I saw it as a love story, even a rom-com. No, I'm kidding. Not a rom-com, but a love story. So I didn't take any horror influences into this particular role, but I am excited for everyone to see it because it's a fun ride.
It is, absolutely. And is there any scene that you're specifically, I know you can't give away details, but that you're waiting for the audience to have a reaction to?
Yes. Well, it was in the trailer. It's the conversion therapy scene between Carrie Preston's character and Theo Germain's character. I think that's actually might be one of the scariest moments of the whole film. And the final moment of the film, I don't want to give it away, but people watching, when you watch it, you're going to know what I mean by that.
Absolutely. Even in the trailer, Carrie, when she's straight and then goes into the smile, it's crazy.
She smiles the most in this movie, and I think she's the creepiest character in the whole film.
I wanted to ask just off the bat, I mean, you're working with this incredible cast of LGBTQ allies and people of the community. What was a takeaway from this whole experience?
I think we're all so unique and so special and so beautiful and individual. And I think that just shows me that, like, all walks of earth, everybody deserves love and is so beautiful in their skin and their bodies. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of this group, because we all are just this collection of beautiful, beautiful queer humans. And it means the world to me.
And I know you can't give away too much about what goes on in the movie, but was there any special days on set where you really got to bond and connect with everyone?
Well, Darwin and I are in a lake together. So I did play with him a little bit. I would like kick my toes and try and scare him, like thinking it was like an animal in the lake. So we really bonded that day, and it was freezing. We shot that scene at like 6 a.m. So it was so cold. We were both like shivering, and but it was so fun, and we had a blast.
So there wasn't enough scary on set. You had to do some pranks as well.
yeah. And the night shoots when we were in the woods, I was the one who was behind the trees and would do my pop outs. And I got Haley really good one time. Where is she? I don't know where Haley is yet, but I got Haley really good one time.
I love it. I think Kevin is a prankster as well. I've seen that happen. So was there anything with that?
Watch out. That's all I'll tell you is watch out for that one. Where is he? He's gonna like creep up behind me or something.
I love it. Just a final question. I mean, what do you hope audiences really take away from the messaging? I mean, it's very unique horror movie. It's not like many others.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope people have a great time. It's a really fun movie, and there's joy and love and laughter and beautiful queerness. But it's also a really important message, because there are 25 states in our country that still have conversion therapy legal. And so I hope it brings awareness to people to make their voices heard and speak up and speak out about this issue, because it's real and it's really dangerous. And I want people, especially everyone in this country, to be who they are and to feel comfortable to be who they are.
How are you feeling tonight?
Proud, I have to say. Yeah, I'm so excited for people to see it. Proud and nervous. How about that? Like, I know what we did. Now we have to find out what you think of it.
So you're excited to see the live audience reaction to everything going on?
I love going to movies. It's been really hard not to go see horror movies in movie theaters with people, because the audience matters just as much, right? So yeah, I'm super excited to see how everyone reacts.
There's a lot of twists and turns to this one, so I think that it will be interesting to see, how people are really getting this messaging as well as the horror. I think it'll surprise people. In the trailer really amps up the horror, but there's so much messaging. Can you tell us about that as well?
Yeah, so, one of the things that jumped out at me when I first read the script was, this isn't a movie about a camp. And I read the script a year and a half ago. Shit has gone downhill for us in that time, right? I know it, right? Like, for my community, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And the best thing about it is, more people are on our side than ever before. And so for this movie to reflect to people, you're gonna go away going like, oh wow, I see how this actually happens in real life. This isn't shuttled away in a camp somewhere. This is happening. Oh, that politician is saying those things right now. I'm excited for people to recognize that as villainous and to decide what response they want to have to it.
And I know this project has been a long time coming. How does it differ from the other shows and projects you have worked on?
Well, it's the first time I've been executive producer. This is my first, big role in this way. And, my job was to make sure that we did it right. So from every part of it, from, making sure that we cast out LGBTQ actors, right? So that we can say, look at these performances. Tell me that you're not going to cast them because they're LGBTQ. Go ahead, right? To set them up for a long and successful career. To make sure that the set was a safe space for them to bring their whole selves and to shine, right? That was important to me to do. To work with John on making it the best, most powerful, most impactful, most current script it could be. That was important to me. So it's like, all these things that I've been doing as a consultant. I work on Euphoria. I worked on The Craft. I work, Like, I worked on many other projects, but to bring that and to be responsible for it and to know, I had to get over my own imposter syndrome. Say like, Oh no, I'm a trans person in Hollywood who's, making some decisions and being responsible about it. I haven't figured it out yet because we're just here now, but I'm excited to walk home tonight and go I did that.
I love the outfit. I love seeing it in the reel, not on a screen. Is there any inspiration for that?
The category was camp, so I bought this as if it was a lifesaver type thing, and then I don't know, it just felt like I need to dress up the body, so then I put the body chain on, and then just kind of tent pants, ooh, this looks like a tent on my legs, and flowers on the shoes, and grassy colored things. So I was just camp, the category is camp.
I love it. I love it. And you're working with this amazing LGBTQ community cast allies. What was the takeaway from this whole experience?
The takeaway was literally friendship, honestly, for me. I didn't really grow up in a community that accepted or highlighted any queer people. So I didn't really have a community to go to in college or, even after the fact. It took me a minute to really gain queer friends. But this experience, along with some other recent experiences that I've had, I've made lifelong friends from this. And I've gained there's so much diversity in the cast. There's so much diversity in the crew. I made friends with the crew. We still DM, we still talk, we still text. And it was just the best set. It just felt so cohesive and safe and fun and authentic. Everybody was queer, so it just felt like a good time.
And what are you most excited to see tonight?
I'm most excited to see the therapy sessions. I watched it, in my apartment. We got screeners, and I'm interested to see it with an audience and see what the reaction is. I think that the therapy scenes were the most moving for me. I was welling up watching Anna. I literally told Anna, "You killed that. You killed it." As soon as she was done delivering, I said, "You killed that." I felt that. So it's some performances in here. So y'all, hopefully y'all like.
You had an incredible scene with Theo that you do in the movie. How was it preparing for that?
It was interesting because, that's obviously why I took the role. It was such a great scene, as horrible as it was. But we didn't shoot it until way late in the shoot. And I think John, the director, did that on purpose. He knew it was going to be pretty intense. We wanted us all to be very comfortable with each other when that happened. So, before we shot the scene, I did apologize to Theo Germain and said, I'm sorry for everything that I'm about to say to you. And then we just both, did our work, which is what we were there to do. And it was pretty intense, but it was also really rewarding creatively.
Yeah, it's a powerful scene, but it has so much hold on the audience and will really, have so much that the movie is all about.
Yeah.
And audiences are going to get to see it for the first time. What are you excited to see on their faces?
I hope that they will feel the sense of empowerment that these characters, the young characters, feel as they're coming together against this common enemy. I hope that they'll feel like they're a part of that, and that they'll also just have a good time.
Congratulations on the film. It's amazing. I loved seeing it. It's very unique in the way, that it balances the social issues and the horror. So I wanted to ask, were there any big challenges that you ran into during the whole process of this?
There's always the challenge of exploring characters deeply in a controversial setting, and balancing the humanity and the joy and the pride of the kids with the darkness of the camp was always the challenge. But I must say, it's really up to our seven actors who play the campers. Just went in completely, and we're so excited by what the movie could say, that we are stronger for our differences and that queer people need to be recognized and celebrated and not silenced and eliminated.
Absolutely. And there's a beautiful intimacy between these queer characters that you get to see. Was that always your intention to bring that into this movie?
Always, because these are campers who get off the bus, they don't know each other, and they form a family. And to me, there's nothing more beautiful, because we as queer people sometimes get to choose our families, and it's a glorious thing. So I wanted to show that in the movie.
And you're going to get to see a live audience reaction to this film. So, I mean, how are you feeling about that? Is there anything you're excited to see specifically?
Well, there is. I must confess, there is a musical number, which it was my favorite thing to film and super fun. So I'm excited to see how people respond to that.
Yes, I love that scene so much. I'm excited to see it as well. Thank you and congratulations.
My pleasure.